In this video, I want to talk about the ultimate organic content strategy that you can do for your company. So by organic, I mean not relying on paid ads, and you can basically do this content strategy with pure labor and your time. And it's made up of three parts. One is your long form pillar content, which is what you need to build trust and generate revenue, because people aren't going to buy from you if they don't trust you already, which is why long form has become really important. Second part is the distribution of that long form content natively on any platform that your audience is on. So this is usually taking up a blog post, cutting up into text posts, carousel posts, graphics, putting it on different platforms, making sure that you're optimizing it for that native content. Or if it's video, let's say it's a podcast, you could cut it up into short video clips. So like an hour-long podcast, you could do a couple 5-minute video clips, and then you could also make a bunch of YouTube shorts out of it, Instagram Reels, and TikToks out of it. So the purpose of the short form content is to expand your audience and reach new audiences. So this is really going to help you grow your brand in the long term, and it can also help you get more people to watch your long form content that's going to help you generate more revenue. And the third part is community. And what I mean by that is making sure that you're with the audience that you're building, with all the content that you're creating, you want a way to capture that audience, because if you don't capture them, you're going to lose them forever if you're just relying on an algorithm. So if you put all your eggs in one basket, whether that's SEO, specific social media platform, YouTube, you could lose that traffic just because of an algorithm change, and you don't want that. You want to own your audience, which is why email has been so important in the past. And email is just one way. It's probably the most classic way to own your audience and create some type of community. There's other ways that companies are doing this these days. You could build private Slack channels, private Telegram channels. They even have WhatsApp communities, I believe, now. So it's basically like a group chat, and basically this helps you multiple ways. It helps, one, grow your brand, because community is really important. People are going to remember you better if you have a community. Two, you can distribute your content in it. You're always going to be able to send your audience where you need them, whether it's you're promoting a new offer or you have a new piece of content that you want them to view. So basically, we have three parts here. So we're building trust with the long form content, reaching new audiences, and expanding your audiences with short form content, and capturing that audience with email or some type of community. And an example of this would be, a lot of people are going to hate this example, but don't shoot me for this or hate me for this. We'll use Andrew Tate as an example. Andrew Tate grew a online community that is probably doing about $10 million a month, if the amount of users he says is correct. And I'm not going to get into what his content's about. It doesn't really matter. I just want to talk about his content strategy. So what he did was he blew up last year. Everyone found out about him. He got a lot more rich than he already was from this content strategy. Basically, what he did for years, he was posting videos on YouTube, and he was also tweeting, and he was growing a small, very niche audience on there with his YouTube videos, which were like 10-minute clips. And then his Twitter, he had this small niche following as well. And then he started going on to podcasts, and people still started to really started to really understand his message, his kind of like hustle culture thing. That's kind of like his audience, people that want to hustle, get rich, and whatnot. And then when he decided to come with this content strategy, he had all of this content that he's been making for years, and he noticed that people were blowing up on TikTok, Instagram Reels, because the algorithm has a large reach on these platforms. And a lot of people make new TikToks and stuff, which is not saying not to do that, but it is more inefficient than just taking the long form content that you already have, cutting it up, and putting it on social media platforms, which is what he did. So he had people clip up a bunch of his long form video content and his podcast and put it all over TikTok and Instagram Reels. And that really helped him blow up because he is a good speaker, and that helped him. But also the algorithm was helping him explode on there because people are just scrolling on their phones when they're on these short form video content platforms. But the part, which that's kind of what blew him up, but that's not where the story ends, where he made all his money. Because yes, he got really popular and famous from these Instagram Reel, TikTok videos that were going over all over the internet. Everyone was talking about it. He also had an email list going this entire time, which is why when he got canceled off of Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, he didn't lose his business, he didn't lose his audience, and he was able to keep them and then still use them for promoting whatever his offer was, which was a paid community. So over time, he had a call to action in every single video to join his email list for his free email newsletter. And then once he got canceled and he couldn't be on these popular social media platforms anymore, he could still email his audience and tell them where he was moving, which was Rumble, and then still promote his paid community, which was another strong aspect, which was kind of part of the email because the email helped him keep his community. And then he could use that to direct them to whatever his offer was, which was his paid community. And the paid community was also very important because he was having people promote as affiliate marketers to promote his content to get them to join. So he used his community to promote more of his content, and that way he was helping kind of creating like an engagement pod for his content because he could get his community to view his content when it came out and help it in the algorithms. And he also was creating an affiliate program, which that's nothing new, to get people to create TikToks and promote his community. So whenever someone would see his TikToks, they'd click on the call to action to join Hustlers University, which is his paid community. And then that's how he would get his customers. And that is pretty much a summary of what B2B companies should be doing as well in 2023 and beyond. Community is everything. We need to be taking advantage of all different types of forms of content so we can create a holistic content strategy, building trust, reaching new audiences, and capturing that audience so we can send new offers to them, promote our content, and make sure that he never loses his audience and his community. We can use the community aspect of it to promote new offers, promote your content, and make sure that you're keeping that audience forever, which is your brand. Your content is your brand, your community is your brand, and your brand isn't going to stay alive without your audience, which is the community that you should be owning. You should not be relying on a specific platform, whether that's Google, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. You shouldn't rely on that. So that's the message I want to send. We need to be working on having a holistic content marketing strategy, which I simplified it a lot. This doesn't exactly go into content strategy. I'm just talking about the content process that you need to have a holistic content strategy, the different types of content. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have a free newsletter for you to join so you can get all of my content and learn how to become a better content marketer and grow your business with organic content marketing, which is what all of our favorite influencers have done to grow their brands. Also, connect with me on LinkedIn, follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below in the comments below. That was actually a bad best practice. You should not give multiple CTAs at once, but just click on that link and then follow me everywhere, basically. Thank you and goodbye.